देखोगे बंगाल जलवा। वहां की मुख्यमंत्री चुप, दंगाइयों को शांति दूत कहती है। अरे लातों के भूत बातों से कहां मानने वाले हैं।
If they have to oppose as a political party, they can oppose. But misleading and inciting for the violence, that is not acceptable.
मतदान खत्म हो गया तो ये सब गाड़ी रखती दी है वाला चलो भाई पहुंचा देते तुम।
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening. Welcome to tonight's News Night. This is where we deep dive into a very sensational and an alarming revelation that has literally shaken West Bengal to its core. Remember, there are reports now of Bangladeshi infiltrators allegedly fueling the deadly Murshidabad riots. You've heard that right. That's a report that has come in, and sources indicate that there is enough proof to tell us that all that you see on your screens, all this violence that has even led to death, possibly has been fueled by Bangladeshi infiltrators. As the Chief Minister of the state, Mamata Banerjee remains completely silent. She has said not a word, ladies and gentlemen, on these revelations so far. But you have the NHRC, that is the National Human Rights Commission, that has decided to step in suo motu. And it is taking cognizance of this escalating violence, this very uneasy calm that you see today in multiple districts, whether it is Murshidabad, whether it is Malda, or even images that have come in from South 24 Parganas earlier. And tomorrow is a big day. Wondering why? Because the Supreme Court is all set to hear challenges to the controversial Waqf Act. And what is that one core question, that one burning question that still hasn't been answered? As we've continued to put our spotlight on this entire issue, and as Mamata Banerjee is silent, today you need to ask this question, ladies and gentlemen: is Mamata Banerjee deliberately letting Bengal burn? She is the state's chief minister. She is the sitting home minister. And how is it that Mamata Banerjee has absolutely no handle of what's going on in Bengal? Why is she letting Bengal burn? Do people gain with such kind of politics? Stay with us as we unpack the chaos. There are a lot of conspiracies. We will unravel that also bit by bit, and the cries for justice. To do that, we'll, as always, get in first up our straight questions. But I'll also take this opportunity to first welcome quickly our guests, because this is a story that is only and only about accountability, and that's exactly what we want to fix on the show. So let's quickly introduce our panel of guests who are going to be on the screens in just a moment. As we say good evening to Bhaskar Ghosh, who represents the BJP. We also have Nilanjan, who's back with us for the second straight night. Nilanjan, and I hope that there are answers. You managed to smile, I don't know how. Because all these images, Nilanjan, that we see on our screens, they anger us. They make our blood boil, they make us very, very angry. Mamata Banerjee is not angry, neither are you angry, I don't know how. Fuad Halim is a very seasoned politician, Nilanjan. I've not even asked you a question. Don't get so worked up already. I haven't asked you a question. Fuad Halim is a very seasoned politician. He represents the left, and he has some very, very strong opinion on what's going on. And also a pleasure to have Asad Abbas, who is a political analyst, but he does lean towards the Congress on majority of the issues. But ladies and gentlemen, not for a moment, take your side off these images on your screens. Whether it is the Hindus that have been forced to flee, whether that is the arson and the violence, the aftermath, the uneasy calm, whether it is the central forces deployed there, whether it's images like these of families who've been forced to flee, we have to ask, why is Mamata Banerjee letting Bengal burn? Let's get in our straight questions. We'll also get in our guests on our screens as we'll continue to track that entire story and get you different facets. The first question is the question that I've already asked, and a question that is screaming for an answer right now. Is Mamata Banerjee, ladies and gentlemen, responsible for the West Bengal riots? Isn't she responsible is what I will say. This brings us to our second question also now that goes up on your screens. And this is again a follow-up to what Nilanjan might just say, that no, she's not. But if she is not, if Mamata Banerjee as the sitting state chief minister and the home minister is not responsible, Nilanjan, we'll ask you whether it is her police or her party, the Trinamool, that is responsible. Because someone has to be responsible. You managed to smile still? Let the people watch that. This brings us to our third straight question that goes up on your screens. Has Mamata chosen to neglect the Hindu quote-unquote refugees? Many of them, remember, are saying that we are being made to feel like refugees in our own land. Nilanjan is looking shocked, but then he also breaks down into a laughter. So much for irony almost dying its death every moment. Let's bring up our next straight question. You will see heads roll. Mamata is going to be meeting imams tomorrow. She wants to put out an appeal for peace. So Mamata has the time for imams, but she is too busy for Hindu refugees. I haven't heard her saying anything about them. We don't know why. This brings us to our final straight question that again goes up on your screens. And these are questions we'll take to our all panel of guests joining us. Will Mamata Banerjee be held accountable? And what about the BJP? You know, Bhaskarji, this is a question that the BJP has been asked for the last many, many days. You complain. You tell me this is not right. We cannot tolerate this, but enough is enough. Will you let Mamata Banerjee burn the state of West Bengal? Why are you not acting against her? But Nilanjan, first to you, which is the question that you will take? And how is it, Nilanjan, that you still manage to smile and have that, laughter? How do you manage to do that?
No,
We'll put in those images of the refugees, the arson, the violence also on our screens.
No, I was laughing at the way you are putting out the facts, because they are not the facts. The fact is, today the police has arrested Kalu Nawab and Dildar Nawab, the two persons who are responsible for the killing of Mr. Hargovind Das and Chandan Das.
Okay.
So SIT
so your police should be rewarded for this, for doing its job. Are you telling me that you will come on the show and tell me that, listen, Lord of West Bengal police, because we've arrested the killers. That is your job. You might as well do that
we
job,
have done our job.
but
And
why
let me tell you who has
did these
failed.
people lose their lives? Why did these people lose their lives? You have to answer that.
Deepti, will you give me uninterrupted 2 minutes?
You have the uninterrupted run for the last many years, Nilanjan. I want to know why
Let me tell you who is failing in its duty. It is the BSF. Who runs the BSF? It is a sad reality that the BSF doesn't come under the state government. If it was the state government, then we would definitely have not let in.
So your police, are you telling me your state police is of no use? Your police is of no use, Nilanjan. You can't have a free pass on the show, no? Because there are questions, Nilanjan, please. I don't want to raise my voice, but there are hard questions. There are hard questions. Please watch your language. Nilanjan, watch your language, please.
No, you have to keep calm.
We can't scream. But getting abusive will not help the problem, right?
No, you have to keep quiet. Then only I will. Otherwise, I'm just leaving the show.
Why are you scared today of answering these questions? Tell me, Nilanjan.
Do you want me to leave the show or answer your questions?
Nilanjan, I want to know today that why is Mamata Banerjee and her party and her police letting the state of West Bengal burn?
Not possible for me to debate in this way. You are doing
it is also not possible for us to keep looking at these images and not ask any questions. No, Nilanjan.
This is the Godi Media tactics that I will not allow.
You have to start answering questions.
Yes,
that is the point.
I'm trying
start
to
answering questions, Nilanjan. Start answering questions, please.
I am telling you that the state government has done whatever was needed. About 230 people have been arrested. And the BSF has failed in its duty. A section of the BSF has deliberately brought in these Bangladeshi goons and have let them rule the roost. For 2 days, they have done this. They have spread, the BJP goons have spread rumor.
Wait. Nilanjan, now wait.
The BJP goons have spread rumor. And a section of people who have led to...
You say this is the BJP behind this? Nilanjan, you say this is the BJP behind this? Name those people. Tell me how many people from the BJP are you arresting? If they are
Yeah,
behind these
that-
riots, arrest them. But otherwise,
Yeah, they
don't
have
come
been
on the show
arrested.
and just play plain simple
Arey
politics.
Baba,
No,
let me
Nilanjan.
speak.
Will you arrest them?
Yeah, we have arrested them. You don't have
Which
any
are the
information.
BJP leaders you've arrested?
Arey,
Tell
you
me.
have no information.
Which are the BJP leaders you have arrested
allow
for
me to
spreading and
speak.
inciting violence?
There is Probi Shaha, Polash Das, Proshanto Haldar. These three people have attacked, ransacked the houses of TMC supporters. And that's why they have had to flee to Malda. Let me tell you.
You're saying all of them are connected to the BJP?
These are BJP goons. Then we have had BJP MLA candidate, Mr. Milan Ghosh. He was spreading this. He's a right monger. He has been arrested. Then there is some Chunnu Singh. He has been arrested. These are all BJP people. This is entirely
these are
a
BJP people,
handiwork.
Bhaskarji.
NDTV
Bhaskarji,
wants
these are your people.
NDTV wants to gag my
Nilanjan is
voice.
saying he has proven
You
today
want to
it's the
gag my
BJP
voice.
behind this.
You will not allow me to speak a
Nilanjan,
word.
keep your finger down. Keep your finger down. I don't think you have any business right now to
I
point
have
fingers
all
at
the
the
right
media.
because you are not
The
allowing
media
me to
will ask
speak.
you questions. These questions
No,
can
you
get
have to
hard
let me
for you.
speak.
They
You have
can
to
get
let me answer the
uncomfortable,
question.
Nilanjan. But the truth is that nowhere else have we
behave
seen this
yourself.
violence
Let me
spiraling out of
answer.
control.
Let me
Mamata
answer. Stop
Banerjee,
being a
tell me
Godi
something.
journalist.
Mamata Banerjee has the
Stop
time
being
for
a
remarks
Godi
tomorrow.
journalist.
She says, I will appeal for peace. I will speak to them. I will see how the situation can be brought under control. Has she said a word
Yes,
of
she has
sympathy,
spoken.
a word of
It is your
concern for
problem
the
that you
Hindu
don't
refugees?
understand Bangla. That's
Nilanjan,
why you cannot comprehend
why don't
whatever
you
she's
tell me
saying.
what she has said? Repeat to me what she has said about the Hindu refugees.
And she has said that we will not allow anyone to ransack places. We will not allow any kind of violence. And
After
whoever
violence
spreads fake
happens,
news,
after
and I think
arson
action should
happens,
be
and
taken
she's
against
been,
people like
she
you.
literally
Action.
has
The
been
police,
pushing the
Kolkata police should take
minorities to
action
come
against
out
DP.
and to make their
You
voices
should be
heard,
held
Nilanjan.
responsible.
I don't think you can
stoking
deny that.
fire.
There are multiple
You are stoking
ministers,
fire. You
multiple
are a fake
ministers
news
in
monger.
Mamta's cabinet who've done exactly
You
that,
are
Nilanjan.
spreading fake
You
news,
don't
DP.
take questions. It does
You
not
are
matter,
personally
Nilanjan.
responsible
But
for
today
this.
it's about
And
your
have-
accountability. It is about
hang
Mamta
your head in
Banerjee's
shame.
accountability, Nilanjan. That is it.
You don't have any accountability. You are spreading the fire every day.
We
You
are spreading the
fake
fire
news
because
every
we are
day.
reporting it, right?
No,
it
you
hurts.
are not reporting the news. You are
It
reporting
hurts,
fake news.
Nilanjan. Why don't
you are
you tell me
reporting
this
stuff
hurts?
from BJP's IT
It
cell.
hurts because
That's what you are
this is
doing.
your vote bank.
You
Mamta
are an
Banerjee
extension of the
multiple times has
BJP.
said that the 33% vote is all
Everyone
that I
knows
care
that
about.
NDTV today is a Godi media. It is run
Relax,
by Modani.
Nilanjan.
Everyone knows that.
Exactly the problem with you.
Yeah, you are
Exactly
run
the
by
problem.
Modani. You work for
You get
Modani.
unnerved by these questions, start calling media names.
No.
This
Who
serves your
runs
political
NDTV?
interest,
Who
maybe,
runs
Nilanjan.
NDTV?
But it's a sorry
You
state
run.
of
You are
affairs
running an
for a
agenda.
chief minister,
You want to
for
defame
a chief
Bengal,
minister,
and you want
Nilanjan,
Bengal to
who
burn,
actually
so that you
claims
can bring
she's
in
Ma
questions
Mati
about
Manush.
president's rule. That's the agenda.
Mamta Banerjee said Ma Mati Manush. Today she does
Yeah, we
not
are
think
working
about
for Ma Mati Manush.
She does not think
We
about
are working
Mati
for
and
Ma Mati
definitely
Manush.
not about
And
Manush.
you are stoking flame.
Let me get in
These
now,
BJP
Bhaskar.
channels and BJP people are stoking the
Nilanjan.
flame.
But this is a Trinamool ruled state. Do you understand
So
that?
what?
What
Who
have you
runs
done
the
there?
BSF? Who runs the BSF?
Who runs the state?
Give the control
Who's
of
the
BSF to
state
Mamta
chief
Banerjee.
minister?
We
Who
will
runs
take
the
care of
police
that.
there? Who's the home minister? If Mamta is not capable, she might as well resign,
who
right?
runs? Who is
She
the
might
home
as well
minister of
resign.
India?
I
Who
want to
does
get in
BSF
Bhaskar.
report to?
Relax.
Nifty.
Just
GK
find me a
right.
monologue now.
I
Wait.
think this is
Knowledge
not a
I have
bipolar debate.
spent
It
the
is a
last 10 minutes, Nilanjan,
multipolar debate.
asking you those questions. But Bhaskarji, why is it that you allow Nilanjan to say what he's saying? Why is Mamta Banerjee allowed to ensure that the state of West Bengal is burning today? You are also at fault.
Dipti, I think today we are all I'm wearing a black because it's a black day for the democracy, black day for the Hindu, and black day for the citizen of West Bengal. See, there is proverb says that when Rome was burning, Nero was playing the violin and he was laughing. And that is exactly what Nilanjan Rai is doing, laughing, because the Hindus are burning over there, and that has erupted the laugh of as well as his leader Mamta Banerjee. I can take the responsibility and say that because I was linked with these, pacifying the violence from here at 6 o'clock on the same violent day. There was multiple complaints I received where the violent people They have attacked with the Hindus, with the BJP and Hindus.
No, Bhaskar ji, see, I will have to jump in here because the idea is to find solution and accountability. Nilanjan, please
What has
stop
happened?
talking
You
over
must know
people,
what
Nilanjan,
has
please.
happened, then a solution.
Nilanjan, you have
What
to
has
please
happened?
listen to be
He's
patient
talking about
and
BSF.
Arey,
learn
you
to
didn't let
respect
me
others,
speak a
Nilanjan,
sentence
please.
He's talking
completely.
about
I am moderating
I
the
have
debate.
to
You
say,
are.
don't
You did
lecture
not
me.
answer any question. Why are you
You
doing
will not
this?
lecture me.
Why are you doing
You
this,
are
Nilanjan?
attacking
You
Wait,
will
pull
BSF.
not
back.
lecture me. You have
Pull
not
back,
let me
pull
say
back.
it
Let me get in
completely.
Bhaskar ji again before Fuad and Syed Abbas come in. No,
How are you
Bhaskar
so
ji.
shameless,
Bhaskar ji,
Dipti? How
I
are you
want to
so
put you
shameless?
back. No, Nilanjan, wait. Bhaskar ji,
You are
I want you
shameless
to
to the
ask the
core.
simple question. What is stopping the centre? What is stopping Narendra Modi from acting in this case? I'm sure you're equally worried when you look at these pictures, but the BJP cannot only be complaining all the time. You need to act.
Have directly more violent pictures than what you're showing. And the central government has initiated the BSF support of 10 companies on the same day at around 6:15 p.m. I was witnessing it. And they have complained that mortar tear gases has been hurled by the rioters. The Hindu
No,
and
but
the BJP.
who are these writers?
Who has
Who are these
supplied?
writers, Bhaskar ji? Who are these writers? Nilanjan say
Obviously.
that this is
Bangladeshi
provoked by
A
the
district
BJP.
which is
Chosen by the
a
BSF,
district which
under the
is
instruction of Modi
66%
and
Muslim
Shah.
population, 33% Hindu population. Who is the majority?
What has got the
They
population
are
So
the
why are we
rioters.
not
You are
acting?
getting in terrorists
Bhaskar
from
ji, why are we
Bangladesh.
not acting? We need to act.
We have
If you
said-
What
believe
is
this
your BSF
government of
doing? Why
Mamata
is
Banerjee
Amit Shah
has
so
Asking
failed, why
incompetent?
don't you dismiss
we have
it?
Or
said
is it
BSF,
his
we have said
conspiracy?
central forces.
It is
At present,
absolutely
I
a
have got the
BJP
latest report.
conspiracy to
More
set
than
Bengal on
50
fire.
BSF companies are
Nilanjan.
there. More than 25
Nilanjan,
CISF
okay,
is there.
okay, Bhaskar ji,
That is the
wait.
strategy of
Bhaskar ji,
Nilanjan.
wait, let me
You are
get
not
in
allowed
Fuad.
to see
Let
our
me get in
can speak
Fuad and
louder
Syed
than
Asad Abbas
Nilanjan.
here into the
Don't show your
conversation.
Scared to
fingers.
lecture
Because
me.
neither the Trinamool
your
nor the
fingers.
BJP has answered question, and Nilanjan, for you to say that this is a conspiracy, I do
You
not
did not
know
let me finish
how
a
many more
sentence.
people. No, Nilanjan, wait. How many more people need to die for you to say, oh, this is something serious, we need to act? I don't know.
Arey, we have taken
But this is the
action.
problem, Nilanjan.
Why
You
can't
allow
it
this
get into
situation
your
to
head?
escalate. Mamata
We have
Banerjee remains
arrested
quiet.
230 people.
So what?
We have arrested
So what?
the people
There
who
are
have
people who
killed
lost their
the
lives.
Hindus. It
There
is
are
the
Hindus
BSF
who
that has
have
fired
been
on a
forced to
Muslim
flee.
youth.
Fuad
This is
Halimji.
the fact.
Okay, wait. Fuad Halimji.
This is
before
the
I
fact.
get in
You
Asad
cannot
Abbas,
tolerate facts.
Listen to others. Be
Why should I
patient.
listen to you? Why
Mamati
should I
Manush,
listen to a
please
fake news peddler
listen.
like you?
You say Mamati Manush, right? Some bit of
Yes, we
patience.
are thinking about the
We
Mama.
are
bit
not
of
here to
patience.
listen the yelling
Let me get in
yelling
Fuad
of
Halim.
I'm not
TMC
here to
guys.
listen to the lectures
Okay,
of
wait. I have to get in Fuad Halim into this conversation. Now, Fuad Halimji, you've seen what's been happening in the state. But a violence to this extent, something that is so mindless, is this just plain simple politics of appeasement, or you believe there's something more?
When 3 people have died in the violence, the first is Hargobind Das, his son Chandan Das, and Ijaz Ahmed Sheikh. These are the 3 people who have died, and our party, the Communist Party of India Marxist, has gone to the homes of all these 3 people. You have to understand, as yet, no other political party has visited the homes of these people who have died in this entire problem at this point. What is happening in West Bengal. The second thing is we have to be very clear that wherever there is violence, there has been violence against the majority communities, there has been violence against the minority communities. I would say that there has been loss of property on all sides, which is unacceptable, and there should be strong steps. What is surprising, you have to understand, is that the governor of West Bengal, who makes a statement after everything that happens here in West Bengal, is absolutely silent. You have to be very clear that the Home Minister a couple of days ago has very categorically said that whatever power comes, takes what we call hold of West Bengal, it should be a nationalist power, irrespective of it is BJP or not a BJP, clearly stating that the left should be kept out of Bengal. If anybody has to choose, you choose either the BJP or Trinamool Congress of here. He's very clear that यहाँ पे राष्ट्रवादी शक्तियों को क्षमता में आने चाहिए बंगाल में. This is his words. I quote the Home Minister Amit Shah for you. So you have to clearly understand that in the present state in West Bengal, where everything is directed against the state government and corruption, the use of the Waqf amendment movement to actually create a side talk, create confusion, create communal polarization that the Hindus remain with the BJP and the Muslims go back to the TMC is what's playing itself out.
So you're saying, Fuad Alimji, then are you saying this is a fixed match? Are you alleging this is a fixed match between the BJP and the Trinamool? The left is feeling out right now. You're obviously reading your political vote bank because you have elections next year.
You have to be very clear that Hargobind Das and Chandan Das belong to our party and they were our loyalists. They were there in the forefront, stopping the people who were attacking the innocent people, and they have sacrificed themselves. We are proud of our party comrades and leaders of there. Ijaz Ahmad Sheikh was shot. He was taken in a police van to one of the hospitals where the police was instructed and the police disappeared after
Who's accountable for Fuad Alimji? Who's accountable?
Accountable both the central and the state government. Because these are the forces. How was the BSF active for a small period of time and then withdrawn and again then what you call replaced over there? You have to see. Why did the police take 3 to 4 hours to respond to the
are you saying, should Mamata Banerjee resign? Should Mamata Banerjee resign?
I say very categorically that here you got the state BJP president put a post up showing incidents of violence in various parts of West Bengal, which was fake, and he was forced to withdraw. The state BJP president was forced to withdraw his post where he had said violence and he showed photographs which were fake. So you have to understand this jugalbandi between the TMC and the BJP.
You know, I understand a lot of jugalbandi here. That is the problem. Look at all political players. Nilanjan still manages to smile and laugh after,
No,
the very fact.
this is a
Nilanjan, this is not your turn to speak. I have to get in Syed Abbas. But this, Nilanjan, whether it is your response, whether it is the BJP's response or the left's response, every response is telling us that all of you are eyeing politics. All that you care for is just your politics, Nilanjan. Because you are eyeing your vote bank. The BJP wants a Hindu consolidation. The left right now is feeling left out. The left is clearly feeling left out, and they say this is a fixed match happening between you and the BJP because the BJP is not acting. But Syed Abbas, because you also, defend the Congress a number of times, what is stopping a Rahul Gandhi today from taking a stand on this? From, actually for speaking in a manner that possibly should be able to tell us that he is not taking any sides right now, like Fuad Alim did, like Nilanjan did, and like Bhaskar Ghosh did. Do you think Mamata Banerjee is responsible for this violence?
Diptiji, I've always believed with great power there's great responsibility and equal accountability. Undoubtedly, Diptiji, be it Mamata Banerjee, be it anybody who's responsible for this.
No, it can't be anybody, Syed Abbas. It cannot be anybody. You cannot normalize this. Why are you people so scared of naming Mamata Banerjee?
Ma'am,
who's the chief minister? Who's the chief minister of Bengal?
Ma'am, I have come 23 minutes into the debate. Allow me just 30 seconds, please, to make my point. You asked a question about...
Syed, when people have lost their lives, right? Please keep that also in mind.
Modi has blood on his hands.
Definitely.
Relax, Nilanjan, wait.
Can I request...
Yes, Syed Abbas.
And
Syed Abbas.
What a blood bath and you're talking Modi has blood in his hand?
Yes, Modi has blood on his hands. Modi and Shah.
Have you forgotten Nandi Ground?
Nilanjan, this is the problem.
Telling it on national television.
Exactly the problem. You always believe in obfuscating. Can you tell me, now wait.
Can I please make my
Abbas,
point,
because Nilanjan has eaten into your time. Do you realize, do you realize, Nilanjan, that when you sit on a television channel and make such statements, can you tell me the basis of such
what is the basis on which you are asking the chief minister to resign?
She's the chief minister. People have died.
So what?
Do you understand?
So what? And she has already taken action.
So what? That's the problem.
She has already taken action.
So what?
And then Modi media like you are uneasy about to come there.
That is exactly the answer. That is exactly the answer.
That's how shameless you have become.
That is what demanding the governor's rule.
Syed
demanding the
Abbas,
presidential rule.
you can complete your point quickly.
Soul searching is required.
The Congress Member of Parliament, Isha Khan Chaudhary of the Maldaha Dakshin constituency, a part of which is Murshidabad district's Samsherganj Assembly, has called and urged the Trinamool Congress government for an all-party meeting in order to restore peace. That is the only
Abbas,
way to go
time for
forward.
meetings is over. And just yesterday, you had another Congress leader by the name of Imran Masood, who said, "हमें सत्ता में आने दीजिए, 1 घंटे में उखाड़ फेंकेंगे वक्फ को." Did Rahul Gandhi act? Did he condemn that statement? Has he sacked Imran Masood? The answer is no.
Good question, ma'am. Good question. Very good question. Ma'am, I really wish you spoke so passionately for Manipur, ma'am. I really wish you spoke so passionately for the rapes which are happening in Uttar Pradesh. 19-year-old girl is being gang raped by 23-year-old
please stop wearing blinkers.
This is
You know,
the
you
problem,
cannot
ma'am.
be
This is the
responding to a
problem
situation
when
where
journalists
people are
become
dying only
spokespersons
when
of
it
BJP.
suits you.
Ma'am,
That is the
please don't
problem.
become a spokesperson
Only when it
of
suits
BJP,
you.
ma'am. Please
Nilanjan
allow
will
us to
speak
make our
about
points.
everything but Bengal.
Please don't keep
Bhaskar
interrupting,
ji is not telling us why is the BJP
don't
not acting.
interrupt, ma'am.
The
Allow me
left
to
that is
make my
already
point, ma'am.
marginalized in Bengal says this is a
Please
fixed
don't,
match. And Syed Abbas
flag
says,
bearer
oh,
of
why
good
don't you
India,
talk about
ma'am.
Manipur? But
Can
where
I
is the
reply to
answer?
Abbas?
Where is the answer,
Manipur, your
Abbas, and
finger
all
is
other
on the-
Can I reply
gentlemen,
to
for what's
Abbas?
happened in
For Manipur.
Bengal? Zero answers. And Nilanjan says, so what? I'm just thanking all our guests for joining in. We've tried to put forward those questions, these questions that I'm sure you are also asking. But let's quickly recap, where does the story today stand and what is Newsnight's parting shot? So Bengal, ladies and gentlemen, is bleeding under the weight of violence. That is the weight of violence, with accountability absolutely nowhere in sight. There are shocking revelations that have exposed the hands that are stoking this fire. While Mamata Banerjee remains silent, and that radio silence, many say, is a giveaway. She is seemingly content with that 33% vote bank, just that 33% vote bank, because she believes that that will help her win the election next year. So is her politics just a cynical game of polarization? I'm sure you must have guessed it by the course of this debate. Or there is a deeper failure. But let's not forget, all eyes have to turn to the center right now. What is the center's next move? Will it act? Will it do something? Will it sack the government? Or will it let Bengal burn? That is what we should watch out for. Stay engaged, stay aware. Good night. Thank you for your time.